Ahoy, Medellin, Colombia. It is 4:30 in the morning. Excuse the bags. We're about to get picked up by my mate Johnny, and we're going to be driving 3.5 hours to a place called Hacienda, Napoles. So put simply, Hacienda Napoles was a playground for Pablo Escobar. He was a billionaire that could do whatever the hell he wanted, so he bought a massive piece of land, put a zoo on it full of exotic animals, built an airport on it, put an estate on it, and put a racing track on it. And since Escobar's demise, there's been all sorts of weird stuff going on there. Apparently now it's open to the public as a theme park. Apparently there's a water park on the middle of his runway where the drugs used to be delivered. The hippos, we all know about the world famous hippos, breeding, escaping, causing chaos, chasing locals, destroying the ecosystem, and some really weird inbreeding between the animals because they were just left there. So all sorts of weird shit going on there, and we're gonna go and check it out. Right, say hello, Johnny.
Hey, what up?
This is our mate, Johnny.
Medellin in the house.
He's going to be showing us around today. So I thought this was where Pablo Escobar lived, but
No, he never lived here. This was just one of many properties that he has, along with like another 800 properties that I personally know in Medellin, in which
800?
Those were just his properties, you know. He never lived in that because
like a headquarters. And
no, that's it. Those were only places to hide, places that he bought because they had a lot of money. I mean, we got a history record of Pablo Escobar making over $60 million a day for 11 years.
Well, the first thing I've got to point out, Johnny, is that this is not what I was expecting at all. I feel like I'm in Disneyland in Florida. I was expecting it to be like a ranch or something.
Medellin Disneyland.
Yeah, well, because that's essentially what it was for him, wasn't it? He just built his own zoo, just like a playground, right?
Yes, pretty much. They turned it into a thematic park because like in Colombia, especially here in Medellin, people don't feel proud about Pablo Escobar or the Medellin cartel.
Don't mention him.
So for many years, they've been trying to erase Pablo's name out of the memory of the world, but it's impossible because the dude is 300 times more famous now than he was 35 years ago. You know?
They can't shake it, they can't shake him.
It's impossible though.
Well, I don't think the word disappointing comes close to what this is. A couple of heads of hippos over there that I've zoomed right in on, and just droves of people looking at nothing, really. I'm assured.
Just waiting for them to pop out their heads.
Yeah, just waiting for something to pop up like 200 yards away that you can't even see. Well, that was shit, mate. You can't fucking see him. I can't believe all these people are coming to look at hippopotamuses and you can't even see them. It's so far away and they only just pop their heads up, and it's so hot as well.
It's hot as shit.
God, Jesus Christ, it's hot.
But check this out. For most of these people to see a hippo in real life is almost impossible unless they go to Africa.
Yeah.
Or they come to Medellin.
There's one. Look at that. That hippo's seen better days.
We're about to start seeing all the African animals that belong to Pablo Escobar. Like in Colombia, we got all these African animals because Pablo Escobar brought it. Otherwise, they will never be here. Zebras, rhinos. I remember when I was a kid, they used to say that the black rhino was extinct, but there was one right here with a big horn. You know, while they say that they were extinct, there was one right here that passed away not too long ago.
This is mental. This is just, I can't believe what's happening. Can't believe how long I could have been about a place. I knew there was a theme park, but I didn't think it was going to be like this. I feel like I've come to a shit version of Disneyland. So in a nutshell, Pablo Escobar had 4 hippos that multiplied into 12. Then when he died, they basically just escaped and ran riot into the local areas in the rivers. Now the rivers, obviously full of water and food, and they've got no predators here because they don't belong here, they belong in Africa. So they were just let loose. They mated continuously, and now there's like 160. But locals love them all around the outside of this area, and the government aren't allowed to kill them because they want to cull them. But the locals are like, no, don't cull them. And they can't sterilize them because they can't catch them because they're so dangerous, and it's such a vast area, and the cost of sterilizing them is massive, so they can't even sterilize them. So they've got no choice but just to leave them be, really. They've managed to catch a few and kill a few, but other than that, they're still out there. It is so humid. It's got to be in the 90% of humidity. At least it was cheap to get in. It was only about 87,000, which is about 15 US dollars each, so not too bad. Look at the state of this. This is like Disneyland on 1% of the budget. I need to get to that hippo. If I don't see a hippo soon, I'm going to be well pissed off. It's the whole point of coming. In the meantime, there are plenty of other animals which I'm going to have a look at, starting right now. I have got no idea what that is. It's not a hippo, but other than that, I've got no idea. What is that?
Straight your hand, there you go. There you go. See, I told you it from your hand.
Whoa. What's it doing? Whoa. So this is the result of a donkey having sex with a zebra. Look at its legs. Half donkey, half zebra. Go on, Johnny, what's occurring?
So the donkeys and the zebras out here, somehow the donkeys ended up fucking the zebras. And now we got a bunch of donkeys with stripes in part of their bodies.
Yeah.
And they as wild as the zebras. They cannot be domesticated. Only in the Hacienda Napoles is where the Z donkeys exist, or zeburros, how we call it here in Colombia.
So is zeburro or a Z-donkey?
Zeburro or Z donkey.
Because it's half zebra.
Because it's half zebra and half donkey. You know, this is the only place where you will see a donkey with stripes in part of their bodies.
In the whole world?
In the whole world. This is the only place that they do exist. And it's because Mr. Pablo Escobar decided to mix the donkeys with the zebras, so they ended up fucking having a bunch of donkeys with stripes. Hey, let's go.
Yes, here we go.
Come on, Piggy, Piggy, Piggy. See, you gotta call them by their name. This one is Piggy. Piggy, Piggy, Piggy. Piggy. Yeah, look. See, you want to see an up close and personal? Hello. 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 Aloha, aloha.
So cool to think that that is like a direct descendant of Pablo Escobar's hippo. That one didn't get out, but that's exactly how it started. They just legged it and mated and all hell broke loose.
And admire.
It's cool to see. This is the runway where Pablo Escobar used to land his planes full of drugs and money. And look, water park there now. It's so weird. Like, what's that doing there? What would he think about that?
Hey, this is where El Patron, Pablo Emilio Escobar Gaviria, used to wait for his planes. You know, this was the landing place in the Hacienda Napoles. Right over there is where they used to park all the planes. The little dot over there was the machines for the gasoline pumps that were right here on this area. You know, a bunch of the antique cars that belonged to Pablo's own personal collection were parked right over there. You know, those planes were shot with a machine gun to make them look like the Bonnie and Clyde and Al Capone cars. You know, right over there is what's left from the landing place. Now they turned it into a water park, but we still got a little piece left of the landing place, of the original landing place. This is what's left of the original landing place of Pablo Escobar. So right through here, the choppers would come, land, and start dropping boxes like this, full of dollars, millions of dollars. While they move the dollars here or there somewhere, they will fill the planes again with gasoline, stack it with cocaine, and they will go down that way. Because the landing place was all the way up to there, probably 4 or 5 kilometers down that way.
And now it's a water park.
Now it's a water
It's
park.
so random, isn't it? You got children playing over there where there were millions, billions of...
He probably turning in his grave like,
Yeah.
fuck out of my place.
Yeah.
This is still my property, motherfuckers.
Yeah, what's going on?
I built it with my own money. It was me in this landing place. If I were able to do so, I started dig down that way and dig down that way. You know,
Yeah,
there's
all this land's get digging.
millions of dollars buried in this place. You know, with all the technology that we got a machine in Mars sending pictures and videos. Humans, we're building a moon station With all this technology, nobody has invented a paper detector.
A paper detector. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Or la papel, Johnny, yeah?
Huh?
La papel.
La papel? What's that?
Paper, no?
El papel.
Yeah, that's what I said.
No, you say la papel.
No, I definitely said it right.
Yes. Say la papel. It's
right.
el.
I've just come to the other end and look, the runway goes all the way down, just like Johnny said. And then look, a water park right in the middle. What the hell? Can't believe that someone's built a water park in the middle of Pablo Escobar's runway. He would not be happy about that, would he? Just imagine resurrecting him and saying, Pablo, El Patron, listen, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, pal, but someone's built a water park on your runway. Whew, that shit would define no bueno. Heads would roll about that.
This was Pablo Escobar's personal helipad. Right there, land his chopper, walk up to the main house.
So the main house was over here?
The main house was here. There was about 25 houses all over this property. Not only for the main family, but also for the workers, the landscaper, the bodyguards, you know. That's the plane in which Pablo Escobar made his first $1 million. So he decided to hang it at the entrance of his property.
Yeah, so that was at the front
Was
where we were earlier, but they've moved it
right
inside.
at the very front next to the main road.
But they've moved it out of what? Just to keep it out of sight, really?
No, they move it because for years they've been trying to erase Pablo's out of the memory of the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am so happy to have seen that. I've seen that on every documentary and TV show I've ever watched about this kind of stuff. That was so nice to see. Look at this. Johnny, what do you think El Patron would say if he could see this now?
All these people chop them down and feed the crocodiles with it.
What a surreal place. It's just not what I expected at all, and it's really weird. But I've had a nice day, mate. Thank you so much for looking after me.
You got it, man. You got it.
Right, on to the next one. Cheers, Johnny.
Peace.